So what would happen if I didn't have these includes here? I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to modify this API. And I'm going to get rid of the includes. Now you might say, well, like, why don't I use the includes? Well, for something like this, it would be totally fine to use the includes. But the fact is that when we start modifying a lot of data that's on the client, sometimes it can be tricky if you have nested collections that you have on the client, because you could have a copy of the product under a category and then the product itself. Maybe you have the same product under multiple categories. You have the same category under multiple products, and things can end up getting a little bit confusing sometimes. So would I be dead in the water if I ended up taking out these includes? Well, my API is still going to work, but I'm not going to see, I'm just going to see my category ID here, not the actual category. And if I go over here and run this, I'm going to get an error. And I'm going to get an error because I'm not going to be able to read map of something that doesn't exist. I'm not going to be able to read name of something that doesn't exist. But there's not a ton of work that I need to do here to get this to work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a variable. This is right here in my render method. And I'm going to call this underscore products. And this is basically just going to be a processed view of the products. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm going to map over each product. And for each product, I'm going to return, and I don't want to mutate here. That just is something that could end up giving me problems in the future. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to splat out this product. And I'm going to find the category by going over here and saying your category is going to be categories.find. And I'm going to look for the category where the category ID is equal to the product category ID. If I find it, great. If I don't find it, that's okay too. And I'm going to do something very similar here with categories. So again, this is the process view of my categories. Instead of using a find, I'm going to do a filter here, but again, a map. And this is going to be a category. And again, I'm going to splat out the category. I want to avoid any sort of mutation. Just not a good habit to be in. This is not category, this is going to be products. And the way that I'm going to find the products is that I'm going to say, hey, look, products, not find, because a category could have more than one, but filter. Which products do I want? Well, if you are a product that has a product category ID that's equal to the category ID, that means that's a product that ends up belonging in this category. And now if I take these two things and I use them as the things that I'm mapping over, I should be able to get to the same result that I had before. Let me just take a quick look. Can't read property ID of undefined, which leads me to believe, let's just take a quick look over here. So it took me a second to find that, but here I just have this is incorrect, right? So here when I'm finding the category, what's the category? It's the category ID, right? I'm looping over a product where the product has the same category ID. And other than that, I think that this should give me the same results that I had before. So even if you don't have includes, and sometimes again, includes can get a little bit messy when you're managing state on the client, you have the ability to, I like to call it massaging the data or processing the data. You've got two lists of datas, and you have the ability to process them together and then to display that processed data.